Hi stranger, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Lia and I'm a 23 years old French girl obsessed with stories. And today's video is going to be a big life update. I have many things that I have to talk about what is going on in my life, how I've been doing, what is happening, everything. I have been kind of hinting at something special, a big trip, a big move, something that I haven't really talked about yet on the channel. So I'm gonna give you all the detail. Let's get straight into it. I have my little list here with me of all the things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to announce is that I'm moving to Australia. I'm gonna be doing an exchange semester in Sydney at the University of Sydney for 6 months. So I'm leaving in July, in like when the video is gonna come out, it's gonna be in like less than a month. And so my goal is to come back only in January. My lease for my apartment ends in December, so I need to find another place. We'll see how everything goes, but yeah, my visa is available until the January 9th, so we'll see if I'm able to stay as long, and I hope so. So I'm gonna be, as I said, at the University of Sydney, and I'm gonna be studying psychology as I've been studying in France. I'm just gonna take other classes there and see kind of how it's there. I'm really excited to see the different kind of academic not schedule, but the way they approach academics and like the way they teach and stuff like this, and also the view that they have on psychology and their point of view and their way of thinking. So I'm very interested in that. I'm gonna be living at Queen Mary building. If I can, I'm gonna put some pictures. It has a beautiful rooftop. It's very big. I think it's the kind of most popular of the building that they have because it's owned by university, and that's one of the only that we could choose from as an exchange student, but that's the one I wanted, so I was very happy about that. And so I'm gonna have a room there, and then we have shared kitchens and shared bathrooms. So I'm really excited about that because it's a great way to meet people, and I still have my privacy in my room because the room is only for me. And then if I want to meet people, I can go eat with them. I can talk during the queue in the bathroom or things like that. So I think it's gonna be a great way to meet new people. So I'm gonna film a lot. Be prepared for a lot of content planned around that. My trips, my life at Sydney, my life at the university, my room, what it looks like, just my way moving there and how I'm adapting and things like that. I'm really excited to kind of capture everything and have a time capsule of my time there. So I'm so stoked about that. And yeah, I would say mainly I'm really just enthusiastic and excited about it. There is a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation. I don't have really many fears. I don't have really any fears, to be honest. Even though I know that there are going to be difficult times, sometimes I'm going to meet my family, sometimes the classes are going to be challenging, like English is not my first language, things like that. But yeah, I'm just over the moon and overjoyed about this project. It's been a long time coming. I've been thinking about it for a year, maybe even more than that. I think a year. And so yeah, it just I'm so happy that and thrilled, and I can't even put it into words, but I'm over the moon that it's finally there and it's finally time to go, almost so soon. And I have trips planned, like loosely planned, let's say. In my mind, I have trips that are places I want to visit. We'll see what's possible to do once I'm there, but I'm really excited about that also. And so I'm gonna be exploring as much as I can of Sydney, of Australia, of around Australia, different countries. And so yeah, be prepared for vlogs and stuff. And if you want to follow my adventures, I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have the one for the channel, which is Strange the Reader YTB, so like YouTube, which I don't really post much on, to be honest. And then I have my kind of more lifestyle personal account where I post more of my trips and what I'm doing in my city and stuff, which is liabo.t. Point T, sorry, I said it in French, so it's LEABOO.T. I will write them on the screen somewhere here. And so yeah, if you want to see more pictures and have more real-time updates about my time in Australia, I think you will have more on my like main personal account kind of. I'm sorry if I'm sweating so much. We have a heat wave in my city, Lyon, in France, and it's so hard. It's really hard because I don't want to put air conditioning or anything, otherwise you won't hear my voice. So I'm just sweating through the video and I hope you won't mind. Then the next point I wanted to talk about was university. So as I maybe you know, and I think I've mentioned it just a few minutes ago, I'm studying psychology, and so I passed my exams. I didn't have the best grades, to be honest, but I did have some struggles to study this semester. Like the last semester went great. I had better grades than the year before, so I was really happy about that. It's still a struggle to find the good method for me to work and my good rhythm, but still I had better grades. I think it went a bit smoother and stuff. But this semester was so challenging. I had a lot more subjects with final exam and not exam throughout the semester. I don't know how it's called, but yeah. And I just couldn't find discipline, the motivation. I had some mental health struggles that I will talk about, so it was really challenging. So even though I didn't have the best grades, to be honest, some were quite bad, I still managed to pass and didn't have to go to the retakes, because in France you have the first take, which is what I did, and then if you don't pass you have a second take to try to pass, if it's clear. I don't know how it's called in English, maybe retakes, or I don't know how it's called. We call it rattrapage, so it's, I don't know how to translate it, but yeah, it's like a second session where you can do the exams again. And so I didn't have to do that, which I was very happy about, because like this I can really enjoy my holidays, enjoy my time seeing my friends before I go away to Australia and prepare everything for there and buy everything and start making my suitcase and stuff. So it was way better for me. And yeah, so next year is gonna be my last year of bachelor, and then when I come back from Australia, I'm gonna be applying for a master's in psychology. I want to do clinical psychology, and so this is gonna be a bit stressful, but we have time to think about it. It's not now, it's in at least 6 months, more than 6 months, like 8 months or something. But yeah, so we'll see, because getting a master's in France in psychology is quite challenging, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna trust God, I'm gonna stress myself, and it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna be praying about it a lot, and we'll see. As I briefly mentioned, my mental health, it's good. To be honest, it's very good. Right now it's very good, but I had a bit of a rough draft in April, like every year. I don't know why, I don't know if it's the change of season or I don't know what it is, but in April it's always a bit challenging. At the beginning of the year, like September, October, November, I was doing fantastic. Like I was doing amazing. And so we tried to stop my medication, but I don't want to say it failed, just it's too soon. Let's say it's too soon. So it didn't work out as I wanted to be. It wasn't the outcome I wanted, so I'm back on medication. And we also changed my antidepressant for something that's less sleep inducing, kind of, because I had a lot of sleeping issues. I was sleepy all the time. Like, it was not sleeping issues, so tiredness issues. I was sleeping all the time, in class, at home, during dinner. Like, I always wanted to sleep. I had to do a lot of naps to like go through the day. And so I did some exams, like in the hospital and stuff, when you were, I don't know how it's called in English, but you were like put on machines and they put stuff on your brain and on your body, and they try to see why you're not sleeping well or what's happening, why you are sleepy during the day, stuff like this. And it turns out I don't have any condition, which is a good news. It's just that I'm a big sleeper. She really said it like that. She's like, you're a big sleeper, you just need a lot of sleep and you're not getting enough, so you have like a debt in sleep basically. And so that's why you always tired, because your body, your organism doesn't have enough energy because it needs more sleep. So basically you need to sleep at least like 9 hours every night, otherwise you're not gonna function properly. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. So yeah, I'll have to make some adjustments, maybe try to eat dinner sooner and go to bed earlier and just follow kind of the same rhythm every day and not wake up at 6 a.m. one time and 9 a.m. the other day, and it's kind of not the best for your body. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. And then another thing I mentioned in my videos is that I've been single for a year. So last year in May, I think April or May, I had a breakup, and I think I mentioned this relationship a bit on some of my videos, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I don't have some big drama to talk about. It was just, let's just say I learned my lessons, at least I hope, because I've been doing the same lesson in all my relationships, and I hope I finally learned and won't do it again. But yeah, I've been single for a year. I've been meeting different people, but so far nothing clicked. But I've learned a lot of things, and I'm really happy about that. I've had good situations, I've had bad situations, but for all of this I got lessons, which is always growth, inspiring, and just helps you move forward and helps you learn and know about what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. So it's always very interesting, and I'm always so grateful for the people I meet, even if it's for 1 date or 2 months or however long time. I've got a very good social life. I've been meeting a lot of new friends. Like, I have a friend who connected me to her friend group, so I've been going out a lot and doing like hiking and going to lakes around the city. I'm just going to restaurants and doing fun things, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, it's been nice to have like a group kind of to see different times and different activities and to kind of bond with them in a different way, and couples and single people. And yeah, it's been really fun, girls, boys, everything. So I've really been having a great time, to be honest. As I said, April was a bit challenging, but then May and June May was still stressful because I had exams, but June was blissful and it was really fun. And we're still in June, what I'm saying. You understand what I mean? It's been really nice. So yeah, I think that's kind of all my updates. I don't know if there is anything interesting to talk about else in my life. I still have my cat, the love of my life, Poppy. He's doing great. Despite the heat wave, it's hard for him. He's sleeping a lot, he's not eating a lot, which is really sad, and I don't like seeing him struggling because he's like my child, but it's fine. For reading, it's been harder, but kind of every year. I haven't been reading much. As I said, the semester was just hard in general. I didn't have great habits and rhythm and routines, and so I didn't read much, but I'm trying to read more now that I'm in holidays, and I want to pick up a habit of reading again when I'm in Australia, so when I come back to France it will be there and settled. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. That's kind of all the updates I wanted to give you. If you have any question like about my life or whatever, if you want updates on something, you can always leave them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will answer if it's appropriate, of course, and not something too intrusive. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you in the next video, I hope so. And if you like this one, please like, comment and subscribe, and I love you. Bye.